Hey, welcome to my rest day. So it's been about a month that I've been on the road and riding my bike from Seattle to San Diego. In the past month, I rode the bike for 19 days and I have another probably 15 days to go, depending on accommodations I can find and how far I can go and how my health will look like and all of those things. Now I'm hoping I can do that 15 to 16 days by another 28 days, which will be October 15th, which will be my birthday. Now, my absolute ultimate end goal is to be in San Diego by end of October, because after that I have other plans that I need to go and do those things after that. But one of the things that I never did, I never recorded a video talking about my rest day and what my rest day looks like and what I do in the rest days. So usually I have two types of rest days. One type is the type that I just stay in one place for more than one night. So I stay there for 2 nights. And then the other type is that when I stay in one place because I need to work for a period of time, which is usually about a week or about 2-3 days, depending on the work I need to do. A few weeks ago, I needed to stay in one place because I was teaching 2 3-day courses. So I needed to stay in one place for 6 days. And I also got sick. And so I stayed in one place for 10 days. Now, next week, I'm recording Course Creation Summit. And Course Creation Summit is 5 days. Every day I'm interviewing 8 online course creators on how they create and sell online courses and make money online. And so because it's 5 days, I'm staying in that place from Sunday all the way to the next Saturday, right? So that gives me 5 days. So that's one way of wait. And the other one is just like staying in one place more than one night, like what I'm doing tonight, okay? So what do I usually do in these 48-hour stops? The first thing I do is I wash my clothes. Why? Because some of the clothes that I have with me take more than 24 hours to dry up. And usually when you stay one night in one place, you don't have 24 hours because you check in about 4 p.m. You have to check out by 11 a.m. So that's like 19 hours. And that's not enough for some type of clothing to get dry. So usually when I stay somewhere for 2 days, I wash all my clothes to make sure that they get dried up and then I can continue on the road. The second thing I do, there are certain electronics on the bike that don't need to be charged all the time. So certain things need to be charged every single day and certain things don't need to be charged every single day. One of those things is, for example, the horn. So I have this 125 decibel horn that they can honk at people. Now, how many times do you think I honk at people every week? Probably once, right? So it doesn't need to be charged, but I want to keep it always charged because when I need it, I really need it, right? So when I stay every 7 days, 10 days in one place for more than 24 hours, then I can actually think about other things that need to be charged and I charge them. Or there is a light in the back of my bike that holds the battery really, really well. So I need to charge it every 10 to 15 days. Actually, it's never run out of battery. So I charge that. But there is another light I have in the back of my bike, the one that I bought in Arcata. And that one needs to be charged almost every other day. So I'll charge that one every other day. Or for example, the battery for my camera or cell phone, other things, they need to be charged every day. So that's why when I stay in one place for one night, I charge my iPad, my iPhone, my camera, and the light that I have in the back of the bike. And that's for output for USB that I have with me. So that just kind of takes place. And then sometimes when my camera is charged, and I remove that and I'll charge my Apple Watch every 2 to 3 days. So the next thing that I do when I stay in one place for more than 24 hours is major bike maintenance and any shopping that I need to do for the bike if that city has a bike shop. Now, many places don't have a bike shop, and so that will make it a little bit harder. But if I have any tire problems, if I have any other type of things, then when I stay more than 24 hours, that gives me enough time to go and fix the tire if there's any tire shop here and I have a tire problem or anything like that. So one of the major maintenances that I usually do when I stay in one place is checking the chain and checking the gears and readjusting the gears. For readjusting the gears, you need to lift the top of the bike and put it on kind of a stand or something where the rear wheel can actually turn really easily, and as you're turning it, then you can easily adjust and make sure that all the gears are shifting properly, and that's working well. So I don't need to do that every day, obviously, but I do that when I stay in one place for more than 24 hours. And that's simply because I have time, not that it really needs that much time, but I have other things like editing videos, uploading them, all the other things. Now, the next thing is restocking my food. So one of the things I don't like to do is locking the bike and going in. It's just too much work. So every few days when I stay in one place for more than 24 hours, I just leave the bike in my place and just walk outside and go to a shop or go to a store or buy something, or turn the bike into commuter mode, which is much easier to lock it. The problem with locking the bike when you have all the gears on it is that you can lock the bike, well, what do you do with the gear, right? So if I'm leaving the bike somewhere on the side of the street for like 45 minutes, going inside the shop and do some shopping, well, I mean, they can pick up my bags, they can steal my laptop, they can steal lots of other things, right? And I can't carry 64 pounds of stuff with me anywhere I go. So that's why when I go to a place, I take them off, then I have a commuter bike, and a commuter bike, you can easily just lock the bike and that go. The next thing is recording any videos or content that I need to record. So as many of you guys know, I'm an online course creator, and many of my students are in different programs that require other type of content or other type of training and all those type of things. So I teach classes that I need to teach, and I record any content that I need to record every day. Almost every day I record a video for YouTube, and so I record all those videos maybe in one batch and then edit them over time and send them to my team to edit them. So that's all the things that we usually do, like as I'm recording a video right now. And the other two things that I do is catching up. Number one is catching up with work, and number two is catching up with family and friends. So when I'm staying in one place, depending on what day it is, it gives me enough time to be able to catch up with work. So I own 5 companies, and 3 of them very active companies that we have hundreds of clients in them. So I need to be able to catch up with the work of my team members, what they are doing, all of those things. The other 2 companies are kind of investment companies and more passive type, but the other 3 companies are pretty active companies. So with my companies, my team knows that I'm traveling, so they don't send me a ton of stuff, but still they send me stuff. So right now I have about 40 emails to catch up with and respond to, and they need executive decisions, so they're waiting for me to respond to them. So I catch up with that work. Also, if I need to call my mom, call my sister, call my friends, if there's somebody's birthday coming up or has passed and I need to call them, I'll make all those connections. Now, I'm always in touch with my wife. I'm always in touch with my team. That's on a regular basis. That's daily basis. But I use this time when I sit back and I'm just sitting here to catch up. The other thing I do is that if there is a safe way to do this, because like right now it's COVID time. If it wasn't COVID time, it would be very different. But because it's COVID time, if I can find a safe way to connect with people in the city, I'll do that. For example, a few nights ago, we sat beside bonfire with distance and everything, and we're just kind of having fun, having conversations. So that was good. But you can't do that kind of every day and every place. So anyways, so that's one of the things. I'll try to connect with people that are local, but but not necessarily at this particular time. Before COVID, when we were traveling, every city we would go to, would connect with people, with locals, would get to know them, would hang out with them. But COVID time is a little bit weird and different. And the last thing I do, I let my body rest. So if I wake up in the morning and I feel like I'm not doing the best, I just stay in bed, I just sleep in, and I'm just resting, and I let the body rest. For example, yesterday I rode for 70 miles, 6.5 hours on the bike. Actually became 7 hours on the bike. With all the rest and everything else that I needed to do. So this morning, for example, my thighs are tired, and my back was hurting a little bit last night. So those of you who know the story, I have a herniated disc, and I should be very careful with the amount of pressure that I put in on my body, otherwise my back will give up. So so when I need rest during these days, I actually rest. Now, here's an interesting thing. I don't like riding in rain. I don't think anybody likes riding in rain. Some people don't mind it. I don't mind it, but I don't like it. And simply for one reason. I'm 270 pounds. I'm riding an 80-pound bike, and I'm carrying about 70 pounds of stuff. So all in all, my bike is about 410, 420 pounds. And when it rains, it's very, very, very slippery. And so going down hills in rain is very hard for me, just because of the amount of weight that I'm carrying. So I don't like riding in rain, particularly in days that I need to go downhill. If I'm going flat or uphill, I actually don't mind it as much. But if I need to go downhill, this slows me down drastically. If somewhere that I can go at 20 miles per hour down, that's 32 kilometers per hour down. In a rainy day, I have to go at 5 miles per hour or 8 kilometers per hour down, which means that I have to brake a lot. I have to use a lot of brake. I have to, even if it's very, very far, I need to readjust the brakes and everything in the midway because I need to brake so much, right? And so far I only rode the bike 1 day or 2 days and had a little bit of rain. And today my rest day, look what's happening. It's raining outside, really crazy. So that's, being lucky that I'm resting on a day that is raining. And I didn't know it's gonna rain. And it's raining, so I had overcast for the majority of the time that I was on the bike, but never rained except 1 or 2 days, and today it's raining like crazy. So again, thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you back on the road tomorrow. I'm riding from Jenner to Novato, and Novato is 30 miles from San Francisco. So I'm gonna stay in Novato for a whole week. I'm gonna record the Course Creation Summit, and then I'm gonna get on the bike and I continue riding the bike towards San Diego. Thanks again for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you on the road.